वो देखिए
टिकटॉक के ऊपर
वो देखिए
इंस्टाग्राम की ऑप्शन आती है.
select your cover, withdraw. अच्छा जी, we should be live. Okay. पंजाबी उर्दू
में भाईजान के साथ आप शुरू हो जाएं, सवाल
अच्छा।
के जवाब दें. शुरू कैसे करते हैं आप पहले उनको वहाँ से आप शुरू करें,
अच्छा
उसके बाद फिर वो सवाल पूछते जाएंगे.
लाइव हूँ
नो
आ गया
ये
नहीं अभी
अभी आएगा ना टाइम.
टिकटॉक पे नहीं है लाइव.
अभी
आ गया.
टिकटॉक पे लाइव आ गया हूँ, टिकटॉक पे आ गया हूँ, इंस्टाग्राम पे आ गया हूँ. Walaikum assalam. If you guys want me to do this in English, I can do this in English. If you want me to do this in Punjabi, Urdu, Hindi, I will do that then, whichever you guys prefer. Is it okay if I do it in English?
Oh, sure.
English together. Okay. We here at Enterprise Wealth teach you how to day trade. Now you do day trading, and we start you with S&P 500. First of all, let me give you a little bit of a background. Is what is trading? So regardless of any type of electronic trading, whether you do, there's different types. You trade stocks, you buy and sell stocks, you buy and sell something called options, forex, index, futures, lots of different things. So you generally are buying something electronically and you're selling it electronically. So before, like 10, 15, 20 years ago, you needed to call a broker and say, hey, I need to buy 100 share of this company. They will give you a price. The price is this. You will need that much money in your account. And then at that time, you're hoping price is going to go up. That's how the traditional trading has been. And world's wealth comes from trading. The fastest way in the world to make money today is trading. Even it's faster than selling drugs, to be honest, because it is happening at nanosecond level. And right now in the market that we trade, you are basically trading approximately $23 trillion are moved within trading. Doesn't matter what you trade. You trade stocks, options, crypto, forex, index, commodities, doesn't matter. You're only doing two things. You're sitting in front of a computer or any phone and you're predicting the price has to go up, or you're predicting price has to go down. That's all. So whether you buy Apple stock or Amazon stock, or I'll take a steep tea, please. Here we go. Yeah. So all you're doing, so just like you buy a home and you want the price to go up, right? So then you can make a profit.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal, right? There is benefit of trading. The benefit of trading, especially the trading we will teach you in day trading, is you can make money when the price goes down. So in our case, we don't care price is going up or price is going down. Generally people say, oh, if the price is going down, how can you make money? You actually make money 5 times faster if the market is falling. So because when everybody's panicking and selling, you can just predict the price has to go down. Now, any sort and any form of stock exchange is somewhat gambling. Why it's gambling? Because you don't know, you cannot control it, right? But with the sophisticated software, with a lot of new technologies, artificial intelligence, you can predict somewhat which way the price is gonna go. For example, you buy Apple stock, it's trading at $200, for example. You can say, normally people would buy investment, they bought Tesla or Apple in their TFSA or RESPs or RRSPs, and they're expecting in 5 years price will go up and they will make a profit, right? That is fine. In my personal opinion, that's a little bit more stressful, meaning you're always worried. First, you need a lot of capital to do options and you need to do stocks, you need to have full value of the underlying asset. So for example, if Apple is trading at $200 and you want to buy 10 stocks or options, you got to have full value of it. Value of it. So the market we teach you how to trade is futures market, which is called speculation.
Okay.
And you're all day, 23 hours a day, around the globe, millions of traders are doing one thing. I'm going to say price goes up, you're going to say price is going down. So it is 100% gambling if you don't know how to use it. So there's a very fine line from gambling and guessing to knowing the future. So if you, for example, pick a price right now and you're able to predict which way the market is going to go, that's not a gamble anymore because it's 100% legitimate, right?
Right.
So the idea is we will teach you how to read the market price and how to predict. So that's what we do. So first, why do we do futures market? So there's three major types: options, stocks, and futures. Futures does not require you a lot of money.
Okay.
You can start an account of futures as low as $250. You don't need like thousands, 10,000, 20,000. If anybody tells you you cannot trade, that's wrong. Anybody who can breathe can trade. Now the thing is, a successful trader should be able to replicate himself. That's where we come in and we show you how to trade, right? And not make those mistakes of guessing. In our software, in our company, we don't guess. If the price is, we're not sure, we don't trade. So we have to be 100% or 90% or 80% sure price direction, right? So that's what makes it different than gambling. So if you're trading without knowledge, it's gambling. If you're trading with knowledge, it's actually a skill, right? So what we do here is we go in quickly. So we put in our account $200. We buy an S&P 500 future value. And if the price goes in our direction, where we predicting you make money faster. So you don't need a lot of money, first of all, in your bank account to start trading.
Right.
Now, what is S&P 500? What it is, it's bunch of companies, 500 companies in US, full index. So Apple, Amazon, PayPal, everything. I personally like to trade S&P because it's stable, right? I don't like Nasdaq because it moves too fast. Right? Gold has its. Some people like gold. Some people like trading natural
What is
gas.
Nasdaq? It also is a combination.
Nasdaq is 100 companies of tech, blue chip.
Okay.
So all the high tech companies are in Apple. Now the best part about S&P is 75 of those companies are inside S&P as well.
Okay.
So S&P makes the biggest traded index in the world. And then comes FDAX, which is the German index. So the idea is S&P would carry your Amazon, your PayPal, your so it carries banking stocks, industrial stock, Walmart, everything. So it kind of gives you an average. So instead of me trading 10 companies, everybody said, well, I have $100,000. Where should I invest? In a long term. People will say, you can buy Apple, you can buy Tesla. Then people said, we don't want to put it in one stock or one option, right? So let's do a weighted average. So what they did was they added all of those things and simply divided by 500. That came up with the price.
Okay.
So the idea of S&P 500 is an index of 500 US companies that are traded. So rather than you trading one company, so if you have TFSA, if you have RRSP or RESP, you can go into the bank and say, put my stock options into S&P 500. So today they will pick a price, let's say $5,000. It's been right now trading at $4,500. So they take $4,500 divided by 100,000 and they'll lock it in for, you can say mature it 10 years, 5 years. But here's the problem. Now your money is locked. That's fine. It's very safe. It's secure. Generally, market has gone up since 1940s, right? It's one way up. But you're more worried every single day because you're looking at the stock. If the Ukraine war hits, price goes down. If there's a COVID, price goes down, right? So last 1 year, S&P has done nothing. It's still been trading 4,300 approximately since last year. So if you had invested in an S&P 500 stock for long term, 1 year you didn't make any money. Your money is safe, but it just goes up $500, comes down. So because there's a lot of panic, recession, interest rate, inflation, we as a day trader, we are stressed maybe for 2 minutes, not even 1 minute, because you're just gonna go in, make your $300, $400, $500, $1,000 and come out. So we are day trader, and we teach you how to just go in, predict the price in your direction and come out. There is no long-term commitment. At 4 o'clock, we don't care which way market goes. Ukraine war could start, Russia have a problem, natural gas, Germany GDP is 0, we don't care. We care about 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're gonna go in, make $1,000 and get out. So if somebody made $500 a day over a year compared to one person who put it in stocks, you'll come out better.
Right.
But there's two problems. Day trading can become very addictive very fast, because what happens is it is so fast to make so much money. Let's say you 9:30 you start, 9:35 you have made $500. What are you gonna do? You have tendency not to have discipline. So that is a one problem, which is a good problem. If you can control yourself, making money is very easy. Keeping money in your pocket is very difficult. So very, very difficult, because even myself, this morning I woke up at 7:30. It was a perfect position for me to sell, and I made a TikTok video. I made $737, but you know, I'm a human being. Even after 12 years of trading, I say, hey, let's put it out. So at 2:15 p.m. unnecessarily I went into a stock, even though my day target, I didn't lose any money, but a lot of times when you are met your target, don't trade, right? So that is one of those things. It does work with forex pair, yes, well, if you get the data. So I'm answering questions live too, right? So you can get this started for as low as a couple $100. What I want you to do at the beginning is practice. So the way our program works is we'll give you a 14-day trial, because that's how it's gonna work. So if you have questions, I'll take blank questions as well. So what you need to do to get into day trading, you need Windows laptop or desktop with minimum 16 gigs of RAM. If you don't have that, you're gonna have some issues, right? So that's a hardware requirement. It does not work on Mac. It does not work on tablet. Doesn't work on iPhone, iPad. It works on Windows. You will need a monitor, which is optional, just like you've seen here, if you want to be able to watch it on a bigger screen. It is optional, not required. Now the benefit of trading, coming back to it, what do you do for a living, sir?
I run a store.
Okay, you run a store, and
I do house painting,
renovation. Right? Both of us, you're self-employed, you make money. I find it that you've bought a job for yourself. Basically, you have a job that you pay yourself from your business, right?
Right.
Both of you are self-employed. You may be making good money, but the problem, the biggest commodity we have in our life is your time, right? Your time is tied up, and you're getting paid by the hour, defined by you. Some people, government decides $15 an hour. You can pay yourself $100 an hour in your business, doesn't matter. But you know, we have to free up that time. So end of the day, if your target is to make $500 a day, you can do whatever in your free time, right? So the idea is, this is the fastest way to make money in the world right now. It doesn't work on Mac, sorry dear, it only works with Windows, right? So, and the idea is you spend approximately 90 minutes a day doing this. Now I'll give you 4 time zone where it's best for S&P 500. Now you don't have to trade S&P, you can do gold, you can do options, futures, anything. But to start it, we teach you an S&P 500 because it works with our software the best. Meaning you can look at a chart, you can understand it. So all my videos are
and
for S&P.
You're recommending future market, right?
Futures market, and so the way, how I'll explain you, it has 5 layers. You're a trader, right? Number 2, you're going to be trading futures market. You're going to be trading S&P 500. The platform you're going to use to trade is called Ninja Trader, number 1. The exchange you're going to use is, broker will recommend you free broker when you want to go live, and the exchange is Chicago Mercantile Exchange. This market is open Monday to Friday, 23 hours a day. It only closes at 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. That's it. The market is open again right now. My trade is active again. So You can, but the best times to trade are Eastern time, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m., 2:15 p.m. to 4 p.m., 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and midnight 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. What those sessions are: US morning session, US evening session. Then you have the European morning session and the evening. So this is where now you can say, how can you predict the price, right? So we use a software called Smart Money. So we don't use like time, we use Smart Money. If you can Google that up, Smart Money means where the banks invest, where institutions invest, where the like governments invest. So wherever they're putting their money, we want to follow them, right? So if they're putting their money in the direction which is price is going up, we follow that. If they're putting their money in the direction price is going down, we follow that. So today we don't, that's run by AI, by the way. So AI and computers decides all of it. So whether you have traded or not in your life, we don't care. If you have not traded, it's better for us, because whatever directions we're gonna give you, you're gonna follow.
Yeah.
If you've been trading before, sometimes you have some old theory stuck in your head and you're like, what do I do? How do I do it? Right? So we want you to come on board fresh. Just sit there for a few days and listen to our videos, read a bunch of PDFs, but mostly what is important is for you to actually run the software. It's like running M1 after doing your G1, G2. I want you to actually drive the car. That's where you're gonna learn, hey, what a chart is, what a DOM is, what a line is, right? So 14 days we give you for free. There is zero money commitment. I want you to test it. So study for 2-3 days. Don't spend 13 days just studying and you have no time left, because software will expire after 14 days, and after 14 days your subscription is $10 a day. In order to run this software on your computer, we charge you $10 a day, which is $300 Canadian per month plus HST if you're in Canada. It only works with Windows. Yes.
Just one thing, when you say a broker, which broker we need to
In
trade
Canada,
with Ninja Trader?
yeah, in Canada, you're gonna use a broker called GFF or AMP. These two brokers. In Canada, futures market is regulated by these US brokers.
That is only for the futures, not for anything.
Yeah, anything else. But the only thing is, with futures, you don't need a lot of money, right, to be able to trade.
And that is on per monthly basis too with the broker?
No, you just pay maybe $20 a month to keep your account open. Like broker, if you don't trade, there is no commission. If you trade S&P 500 mini, it's about $8 a trade US. So each time you buy or sell or
Okay,
buy,
they take certain amount.
they say you make money or you don't. So let's say you made $100 today, 2 points. So you will make $100. 92, they'll send it to you in your account. $8 is their commission, right? So that's how basically that.
And we have to go GFF, what you say?
Yeah. Once we'll get you all of that once you're ready. Because here at Limitless, I didn't want to just send you something. We're gonna teach you like step one. What is an account? What is an instrument? How do you open an account? How do you, because it's connected to CRA, you need to have your SIN number. Because CRA gets reported by GFF or AMP, how much money do you make, right? So you can't, how much tax? I'll tell you. Day trading, you have to pay income tax. Because it's a US dollar, for Canadians, I just tell you have to pay like 25-30% of taxes. If at the end of the year you make $500,000 or more, you will make it. I tell you. Some people say, "Oh, I'm too far from $500,000." $500,000 is not that far. That's only like a couple of $1,000s a day, right? It's not a big amount. People do make that here legitimate. So worry about taxes later. But the best part about this is you make US dollars, but you get it in Canadian, right? US is a little bit higher. So think of it this way. If you made it in US, just you made it in Canadian. So whatever dollar amount you say, because it's 35% gap, right? So spread is 35%. So if you made $100 there, think you made $100 Canadian, right? So you're able to kind of so that basically, once you're ready, we get you live setup. Slowly, we start making $50 a day, $100 a day, and we want you to shut it down. If you met your target, man, just shut this thing down. because the more you sit in front of it, the more you're gonna say "Kharish hundi rahegi," or let's put a trade in there, right?
You just want to say the more you sit on it, the more you
market
tend to lose, or
100%, 100%. People who have no discipline in this game, sometimes I do too. I lose as well because I've done a stupid trade based on emotion. I'm like, oh man, I made $1,000. Let's go and make a couple $100 more, right?
Same thing
And that's where you start losing. You were up 1,000. You made a bad trade. Today, exactly this happened. I was shorting Alcama. I was shorting S&P 500 at 2 p.m. Actually, I started around 12 because it was overbought, and I'm like, I'm gonna short from here.
Short means you're selling it?
Yeah. So what shorting means, you're selling it, means you're predicting the price to go down, right?
Okay.
And every time it goes down, you make money too, right? Because that's the best part about it. So you can say S&P right now is 4508. I think it's dropping. If it goes to 4506, that's 2 points. They'll give you $100. So doesn't matter price goes up or not. If it goes in the direction of your prediction, that's the rule.
Okay.
So that your prediction is going up. If it goes up, they'll give you $100. If the prediction is going down and it goes down, they'll give you $100. That's how beautiful it is, right? So some people think if the price goes down, I'm losing. Of course, if you are invested in a stock and you are going long, you're gonna lose, right? So, but there's people who always short. Shorting guys are always less because everybody wants the price to go up, right? So shorting guys make more money because they're predicting market is gonna crash. If you look online, one guy shorted $1.6 billion of S&P 500. But that has nothing to do with what is happening on futures market. He did that back in May, I think. So people are just getting the news now and creating a hype. That has nothing to do. It's just to create negativity in the market. Okay. So Michael Burry news does not. So anyway, if anybody is following that, it has nothing to do with it. So you have to trade yourself. We don't trade for you. So my software is gonna say, hey, this is the best risk to reward ratio, and you do it yourself. We don't sit here and send you a signal to trade. So that's number one rule, by the way. And yes, you had a question?
No, if my target is like $200 or $300, right?
Yeah.
I achieve that target.
Yes.
But still market is in my favor.
Yeah, you can take it and calculate it.
Yeah,
calculate it.
calculate
Absolutely.
So I can keep carrying on, right?
Of course you can do it, because what happens is smart money only works those 4 hours. 9:30, 2:30, 8:30 or 3:30 in the morning. So whenever smart money is there, that's where you want to practice. But if you practice after 11 o'clock, we have a saying in this industry, it's a sin to trade from 11 to 2. It is a complete, if you're done your target, you're just going to sit there from 11 to 3. Trust me. You're like, oh my God, now I'm stuck at trade. I don't want to get out. Now here at Limitless, we teach you how to swim with the life jacket. What that means is you're not going to put a single trade at the beginning without a stop loss. So what a stop loss is, it's an insurance. So what that means is, because what happens is in futures market, in stock, I'll turn out coming back to the difference. Let's say stocks and future, I won't go into options because they're a little bit different. In stock market, you buy something, you own it. Meaning Apple, until goes bankrupt, you own that stock. You have the value of it that, hey, I own 10 shares of Apple and I'm gonna own it. You bought it at $200, unless Apple goes bankrupt, you're gonna hold that stock of 10 stocks. Not in futures. Futures, when you're predicting, only negative you can go is whatever is in your account. So if you have $1,000 in an account and you predict and price goes in the other direction, you start minus. So you predicted 4,500 is S&P price, and you're like, okay, it's gonna go up, right? That's all it can happen, up or down. So you predict it's going up, and it goes down, minus 50, minus 100, minus 150, minus 200. So the broker is gonna keep looking automatic. The moment it hits minus $1,000, your account is closed, meaning your trade is closed. So you have to protect your $1,000 at every damn cost. You cannot just open and like trade no nangani chadna. So you have to put like a insurance against it. What that means is make sure you train your mind in any trade. That's a maximum loss I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
So the way I say it, in the normal everyday is every time you go swimming, you're gonna put a life jacket on. I don't care you're swimming with $10, 500, 5,000, million, doesn't matter. You're gonna buy an insurance, and that insurance is gonna cost you. So just like you go travel anywhere in the world, you wanna get life insurance or medical insurance. That insurance is your deductible, right? We have the same thing in trading. Day trading deductible, just make sure it could happen. It may not happen, but could happen. So what happens is you put in a trade, any trade, if you're doing smaller table, you put a $15 maximum loss, which is called 3 points.
Okay.
So maximum $15 or maximum $150.
When you say for 1 point is like
It's $50 or $5. Because even S&P is broken into two further levels. There is a mini, there is micro.
Okay.
So when you're trading micro, we're gonna say your account is not gonna go less than minus $15. You're gonna train yourself in those 14 days, and then after the trial period, every time you take a trade, you're gonna buy that insurance. That insurance is gonna cost you either 15 bucks.
For the starters, you're going to trade it
micro, because we want you to start with $250. We don't want you to start even if the reason is this. If you put $1,000 in your account and you lose $15, you're not gonna feel the pain.
Yeah.
When you have $250 in your account and you lose $20, that's big percentage. That's so I look at the percentage. I don't look at the dollar value, right? So if you're losing 20 bucks on 250, you're man. Otherwise, what you're gonna say? Cost of learning, right? Oh man, I didn't buy pizza. This every time as humans we lose something, we start like cost of learning. Cost of learning. What cost of learning, man? You made a damn mistake. You live up to it, and that's it. Close the stupid trade and move on. Don't keep saying every time you lose money, cost of learning. So you're gonna make money, right? We're not here to lose even a dollar here.
Every day.
So every day you're gonna have a cost of learning. That's just like BS to me, right? So I want you to, once you get into your trial period, I want you to know how to buy that life insurance, how to buy that stop loss. So it's very easy. Let's say you predict, you instantly put a stop loss against it of 3 points. So what that means, if this trade goes, first we're gonna tell you where to enter. The software explains you what is your best price to enter or best price to exit. All of that is in the software. But right after it, we're gonna enter a stop loss. So you know in back of your mind, for this trade, I could only lose $15 or I can only lose 150 bucks.
Do we put any stop profit or
No, that is, now I'll get to part 2 of it. So let's say you put a stop loss and you took a trade and it is going actually in your favor. So you predicted S&P 500, $4,500 is gonna go up. So it goes up to 4,501. Perfect. It didn't go in the direction. You did everything right. You matched everything we asked you to match. And I made this software for like 80-year-olds. Like you don't need any degree to be able to day trade. If you can just see a few colors, I'm gonna say watch this color and watch this line, man. So I had my dad in mind that he uses a TV remote with 4 buttons: volume up, volume down, channel up, channel down. He cannot use an Android. He likes iPhone because it can do the purpose, right? So when I looked at him, I'm like, I want to teach him how to day trade. Man, and we came up with a lot of software and we looked at it. I said, let's work with colors. If this color matches this color, this is a good time to enter. You don't have to draw a single line on my website. You don't have to draw anything. You don't even have to know how S&P works. You're gonna see the price. If it's at this line, enter. If it's not at this end, just sit back. So the idea, what we did was, before trading, if I'm sure in your family members, somebody is a trader and they have these complicated charts and things are happening, you ask them, he's gonna say or she's gonna say, man, not for you. It's not for you. It took me 12. No, man, we wanted to eliminate all of that. You can breathe, we can show you how to trade. So just look at the color. So what I was saying is, if it's now going in the direction, you bought it at 4,500, now it goes to 4,501, right? And that could happen within a minute or 10 minutes. Let's say you're up $50. What you're gonna do is move that stop insurance and move it up a little. Now you're gonna bring it at your break-even point. Meaning right now, if that trade goes bad, I'll make or lose $0. So
Just
that
one question. Even in the micro,
Yes.
if we lose, it's $5. If we win, it's $50.
no. You win 5, you lose 5.
That's
you
right.
win 50 or
You
you
win
lose
50.
50.
Okay.
So micro and mini works completely different.
Okay.
There's ways after a year, if you guys are not making 1,000 a day, something is wrong. It means you're not following. That's what I will tell you. 1,000 a day is a joke in this business, man. Really a joke.
Makes sense.
I want the biggest community I want to get this going are truck drivers. I keep repeating they know my thing. Most dangerous job, I think it is the truck driving. Most dangerous. The people in our community do it. The more people I can get off the roads and day trading, the better, right? So because they can free up their time, they can do this in 90 minutes, $500, $600, $700 a day. Just be confident. There's a certain way you have to enter the trade with an insurance, and that's it. So.
And all this will be in the software, like
Everything.
about the colors and the things.
Everything.
Karan Bajida message swallow.
Sorry.
Karan Sahab to swallow.
How much tax company? Yeah, I explained that. I
And
can.
after subscription, can we ask for?
No, you can't ask for a shorter. You're gonna do it yourself. You don't need me, man. Like if anybody tells you join this group for Signal, man,
I have done that. They are not useful.
no, okay. Because again, two things happen. Either price goes up or down.
Yeah.
If it goes up, you think, oh my God, the best group ever. If it goes down, they're gonna say, hey, I told you so. It could go down
Yeah.
anyway, right? So it's a 50-50. It's like flipping a coin, right? So it's the odds are the same every time, right? So that's what the idea is, right? So, but the idea is as long as you're disciplined, as long as you know your target, you know your loss, day trading is most beautiful, right? You can go in, you can look at the charts, you can make your prediction, and you can basically make a ton of money with this, right? So, it's
So just
not-
one thing, like when he said, like if he knows the market is going in my favor,
Yes,
so if I'm winning,
yes.
I will say market is going in my favor. How
Yeah.
will I stop?
How will you stop?
Like-
Because I want you to stop after making 2 points.
Okay.
So if they've gone to 4,500 to 4,502, I want you to do one of two things. Move that stop loss now into profit. So it's called trailing your profit.
I got
So if it goes, okay, you say I don't want to quit at $100,
Yeah.
but you're gonna move that stop loss every time. So
4501.
4501, you move it there. The price goes to 6, you move it to 5. It goes to 10. There is going to be time when it's gonna bounce back. So you can't leave your profit alone either. So you have to trail your profits, right? So that's what's important.
And you were saying if it's going down, you can also go in.
Yeah. So
can
if
also-
you're shorting, if you're predicting price to go down, you just hit sell first or short first, and price drops in same prediction favor, 49.99, 98. You're making money.
So you can sell or buy after 1 second each.
Yeah,
Basically,
no problem.
right?
Then, but you can only do a trade in the same direction, meaning you have to close the trade. If you're selling first, you have to buy to finish. If you're buying first, you have to sell. So sell and close and buy and close. Meaning you cannot do buy and then sell and then you can do it, but what I'm trying to say is when you start a trade, you have to close it and then you take the next trade.
Okay.
Right? Then you take the next
Some-
trade. Or you trail your profit until it hits your
Makes sense.
On that, I don't even have the questions. But to be honest,
anything. Investment, like I don't care, like any questions at all. That's what I'm here for, man. So we have it
what's the minimum that we can start on?
minimum $300 is more than enough.
Okay, so for that we need to have a US account, right?
Yes, no. In Canada, you just need an account, whether it's Canadian or US.
Okay.
Best to have a US account.
Okay.
Because then you don't get conversion rate. So let's say you
Right.
go to you go to any of the big banks, you open up a US account, you put $200 or $300, right?
Right.
You put
we can
convert
do
it
that.
one time, and then you can wire it to GFF or AMP in US.
Okay.
So when they wire you the money back in your account, it hits that US account, and then you don't have a conversion rate. For example, you sent them $100, it was trading at 1.35. When they sent you back, it was trading at 1.29. You lost money, right? So best to send and receive within that US account. So that way, whenever sometime if they send you, it's cheaper, and after 4 days, it's more. So you can actually make money within that exchange as well, right? So
Right,
it's
right.
best to operate your bank account in US dollar and get the cheapest one, like $4. Some guys banks will say free.
You can go, any bank can do that?
Any bank will open up a US account for
Okay.
free. Like
Yeah, if you have a bank account, you don't need to go there. You can just give them a call and they'll set it up.
you can do it from the app. Just go open US savings account, $5.
Okay, so we have to have a savings.
Savings are
That's
like, you don't need a checking account. You're
Yeah.
not writing any checks, right?
right.
The way you're going to be doing this transaction is initially you're going to send maybe $200, $300 to GFF, right? So in order to do that, you're going to send it a wire there, right? So only time another transaction will come when the US guys will send you the money in your account. Let's say you take that $300 with GFF and make it $1,000. You say, hey, can you guys send me $500 back? So it'll come back to your account, and that's your second transaction.
So how we contact GFF? Is
Just online. Everything
right?
is done online, 24 hours a day. Pick up the phone.
And if
call
we
them.
have to transfer, we have to go to the bank to do the wire.
Yeah.
right?
So you wire in and wire out. You wire in to GFF through your bank account, and you wire out online to your bank account.
And you
Yeah.
recommend US account.
US account because it's cheaper to do it and it's no conversion rate. So I want you guys to, just buy the cheapest. You don't need to spend a lot of money doing that, right? So.
Right.
So the only time conversion they will when we get the credit.
Yeah. So
right?
when you finally want to withdraw, because idea is not to leave it with GFF forever, right?
Yeah.
The idea is to withdraw it when you have some profit, and then you can, use it. Now those are customer segregated funds, meaning they're insured. Like this is a big company. It's not like you send it to a broker and they disappear overnight, man. This is regulated by governments. So
Right.
these are two top brokers in the world in US for Canadians. So they're more insured than your Canadian banks, because Canadian banks will only insure $250,000. If you have a one bank account with more than that, the bank goes bankrupt. Government will only give you $250,000. So that's an insurance. So you have to make sure if you have $1 million, spread it out. Open up a trust account. But I don't think most of it can say that we carry. So it's all mostly in assets, right? So that's.
Okay, I have one more question. Like it's really like something is bugging me.
Yes.
In order to start from making $100, like what do you think? How much I have to start?
Sorry, repeat that question.
Like in order to make just $100, what do
Every
you
day.
think? Yeah, every day. So how much? Not every day, like the trade. Like in order to make $100, what do you think? Like I have to invest or trade with? Like
It depends on your instrument. If you're doing micro, meaning $5 a trade, you may have to do 20 trades,
okay,
which is 20 times 10 is $200. You pay some commission, so it depends, right? It all generally with a mini trade, an account of $1,000 is more than enough, because the margin to do is about $650 if you have some losses. So $1,000 is more than enough to make $100 a day.
okay.
That is
And how many trades I need to play with?
2 or 3. That's it. 2 points, single
How
trade.
long from mini to micro to mini we take?
At least 1 month. I want you to consistently make $50 a day, $20 a day,
Right.
to be able to take that $250 and double it. Right? So
Okay.
$250 you start, and you start doing micro. In micro, I want you to make every single day $20. 20, 20, 20, 20. 5 days, 20 times becomes $100. In week 2, that becomes $200. Week 3, week 4. So now in a month, you've taken your $250 minus commission, minus fees, minus everything. It's doubled it, right? So now you have understood the whole process of how I'm going to do micro. I'm going to double it. I'm 1-2 points the target. What is my stop loss? So start small. And once you start learning it, yeah. And then, so the way the program works, 14-day trial, you kind of test it with demo. Month 1, still do a demo. Still do paper trading. I don't want you to invest any single penny in the month 1. So yes, you're going to pay my fees. Of course, I'm going to make money from it. Month 2, start micro. And month 3, do mini. So give yourself 3 months to be able to go. I have guys who go after 14 days, they pick up so fast, and it's all about individual personal level, right? How fast you do, how fast you understand. You understand the charts, the lines, the in and outs. You can do it in 14. I'm not going to stop you, but we have a guideline, right? 14 days trial, 1 month of free demo, then 1 month of micro. So 2.5 months later, hey, you're laughing. Now, in order to do it all, how much does it cost? That's a question, right? After 14 days, we're going to charge you $300 Canadian plus the taxes. That is your like HST in Canada. So that's your one fee. If you decide to do demo, that's all the fee there is, because you can keep opening demo accounts online and paper trading. If you the day you do start to go live, another $150 fees will kick in. So 339 with us. So think of it, to go live, it's gonna cost you about $500 a month.
So 150 fees is for who?
Number one, $99 you're gonna pay as a Canadian to Ninja Trader. Ninja Traders, it is not free for Canadians, it's free for everybody else. If you have an Indian ID or any other ID, UAE ID, it's free. And we Canadian get charged $99 plus US dollars for that. So keep that cost in mind. Live open account with a broker is going to cost you about $11 to $15 US per month. Just whether you trade or not, they're going to charge you. GFF guys. So it's called the data fees, or like application fee, statement fee. There's a bunch of fees. So expect to spend $500 Canadian per month if you are doing a live account. Now, $500 Canadian a month, you should be able to make in about 4 days. If you're paying, because I don't want you to pay this fee from a different trade. I don't want to do it from your business to your business. I want you to earn this money from trading. That will make me feel good, right? If you're paying this money from somewhere, like sometimes he doesn't trade for a month, right? But at least he'll go in, quickly make $500 and say, okay, at least it didn't cut. So you don't have to trade full 21 days, right? My idea is at least trade enough so you can pay my fees and the GFF fees. So one day you're not going to meet me on the street and say, hey man, because of you, I'm paying $5. Well, if you're not trading, or if you're trading wrong, that's not my problem, right? So we can cancel.
And we can trade anywhere in the world.
Anywhere, as long as you have your laptop, your internet. Sometime there was a trade the other day, so perfect. I put my car in the back seat. I pulled over, and with the hotspot, I traded, right? So as long as you are alive and you have internet, you can trade, right? At one point, like where you came to my home, I had no power. I had no internet. Just for that, I have Starlink. So I have SpaceX Starlink, and I have a Starlink is satellite internet.
Okay.
And I had because my mobile over there doesn't work in the Orangeville area, right? Yeah. And I had no power. So I have a UPS with Starlink, my laptop, I was trading. I can't miss a day because there's opportunities coming all along. You're like, hey man, let's make an extra $50, $60, $80 a day, right? Download, give me a second. So it's going to cost you approximately, when you go live, $500 Canadian per month to kind of keep your account. Now we have another office, by the way. It is at Dixie Matheson. You have heard our ads on the radio. Company is called Win Lifetime. That's our company as well. The difference is, over there we charge you $25,000 to join, because there we only want traders. So the traders or the guys who want to do this full time, or they want a little bit one-on-one. There's no difference coming here or there. Here you pay a daily fee, over there you pay a one-time fee. So the difference is, I have a lot of guys who have money, who want me to sit beside them, and if you guys have 25,000, I will go to your home to teach you. I don't care, right? Hey, it's the end of the day. Okay. But here's the deal. There is no difference in course content. There's no difference. It's just a little bit self-study. And it's like taking a university course online and your 1C course. If you're going to go to a campus, pay them your fees, like have a prof, an assistant, of course you're going to pay. Yeah. But if you can do it yourself, why bother, right? So rather than $10 a day, if you like to pay me 25,000, you can come there daily, no problem. So we have two options. So some people say, so I have some real estate agents, big boys, full-time guys who want to do this. So they go there. So you will find me morning I teach there, and evening I come here. Again, no difference. Here, the cost saving from 25,000 to 300 is just you're kind of guided by a team. So I will do the presentation, I'll teach you, I'll do the material, I'll post them online. We have a guy here who will respond to your WhatsApp. So it's just, you know how some Bell versus some guy who's selling Bell, it's all customer service is done online, right? So it's like Flair Airlines. So this office is same software, same, we're just cheaper.
It will bring you there.
Yeah,
At destination.
it'll get you the destination. It'll do everything that there is no difference in software, course material, people, everything. It's just a little bit self-directed, right? Over
Right.
there is managed by us. Hey, we still don't tell you what to trade over there. We don't tell you this is the entry or exit. You just sit beside me. That's all. So we have an office, but it's very costly. So I have before now. The lucky thing is, before July, we could not offer this 300 a month at all. Period. We only had that one option, and we only sold limited copies because not everybody has that kind of money to come, and unless they know us, they generally don't do it. So with Ninja Trader 8.1, we can actually license you this software. So it's the same software and you are paying monthly. So that's why we opened this office here, because now I know a lot of guys who want to get into trading, but they don't want to invest a lot, right? Here we brought it down to, man, you have $300 a month and $300 to invest, go trade, right? And to be honest, since we launched, I have about 1,000 to 2,000 inquiries just sitting on my WhatsApp. My Telegram is full, my YouTube channel. So we are going to take care of all. It's just what we're doing is putting a process together. So we are training the new guys. Of course, when you send me a WhatsApp, somebody's going to say, hey, can you fill out this form? They're going to ask you, can you download this? After that, somebody's going to go log into your system. Again, you're paying very little, but you're getting the same thing just in a slower pace, right? So that's all there is. So at 25,000, I'll pick up your night call at night too, man. That's not a problem, right? So it all depends on the type of service you buy, right? So it's like what freedom versus it will give you still coverage and it'll work anywhere. This software works 100% same as the full price versus a subscription. It's just your kind of.
What does the software does?
It predicts. It predicts the direction. It predicts everything. So it's an algorithm written, and rather than you do the analysis, the prediction, we give a job to a 16 gigs RAM with an iCore 7. We're like, you do the math because human brain can't compute at this level. So we said, okay, just give me the best price that I should enter. It's like ChatGPT, right? You can write something. You can give it to it. It's going to come back and say, hey, look at this, right? So future is AI, and you guys going to look back and say, man, and a lot of, after you start making money, you're going to say, hey, how come everybody doesn't know about it? Okay, just because you don't know doesn't mean things don't exist, right? So there's a lot of things I don't know. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? So it works with everything. 100% works with Nasdaq, ES, Russell, forex, crypto, indices, stocks, anything and everything. So to get started, send us a message on WhatsApp. We'll reply you back. We'll tell you what to buy. Like for example, in your case, you brought in. Once the updates are done, we're gonna set you on superareas.com. Start watching the videos. Those are very important to be able to understand what is a midline, what is a guardrail. So we teach you very slow. We don't expect you to know anything, by the way. We have not written this like, oh, the guy who's coming into. If you know the terms, you know the terms. If you don't, you don't. We teach you. Some is gonna be so basic. It's like I'm wasting my time. 12 hours of videos, one PDF, that's it. That is all your study, and then you get on hands-on. You sit down and you start actually.
You're not charging anything for this. For
14 days, nothing, man. After 14 days, you say, Rafi, I don't like what you got. It's not for me. Hey, you go back to doing what you want. Best of luck. I have no hard feelings.
Nice.
So, 6, 9. Sir, any questions, anything at all?
वो तैयार कर दें बस बहुत है
हो जाएंगे सर, हो जाएंगे. Anybody can trade. Now, I'm coming back to the point. People will say, if it's that good, why are you giving it to everybody?
Yeah,
That's the first question.
and that was I had in my mind.
Of course, I will tell you exactly why we want to do this. It serves four purposes. Let me just fix somebody's chart. Uh, Lectures are in English, dear, because the software is in English. So we expect you to know some basics. I normally sometimes trade in Urdu or Hindi, but I generally 957. Okay, so number one. Oh, he's gonna come and I'll reply back to that question. So my lectures are, check your updates if your updates are done.
Yeah.
All done? Just run Windows update one more time, please.
It's just three of them are just saying we tried from a long time.
Restart computer and then let's try it one more time.
I just bought a new laptop right now.
Just for that.
I just bought the laptop right now. After coming.
That's good.
And he saw me, he knows me a long time, but he saw me over on
Instagram
Instagram.
video.
He's like, I know kind of this guy somewhere. Spot trading, S&P 500 here is GFF for Canadians or Ninja Trader for US. This is good enough, right? Most of it.
And also two of my friends were keen to learn this.
Yeah. The idea is first, like, see, I can tell you 1,000 things about my software, but until you try it, you're not gonna, I can't convince you otherwise. So you should try it. AMP versus, I personally like GFF. No, I don't get Ninja 7. No, go with 8.1. It's better because our software works with 8.1. 7 is better, it's more stable. Go with 8.1 because I cannot license you my software for less than on 7. So GFF is better. AMP's customer service, I've heard bad stories, but their rates are better. So again, it all depends on whatever, however you like. I can't speak good English. Try our software, dear. If you can't speak English, you're gonna find out in 14 days if those videos work for you. You have nothing to lose, right? If 14 days, you just lose a few hours of videos. So I can't speak on your behalf, but if you're able to comprehend my videos, then you can do it, right? Try करें, अगर आप videos ना पसंद आई तो देख लें, अगर पसंद आई, अगर पसंद शायद आपको चल ही जाए, तो जब तक आपको like if you're not trying, you have nothing to lose, right? So yeah, if you can do to 8.1, I don't know if you use your if you have a paid version of Ninja and you already have a broker set up, send me a message, but upgrade it to 8.1. You can import your key and get my software license. No problem. I think you should be able to do it. I personally use Ninja, but I've been using it for years, so it's different. But 8.1 is okay too. I prefer 8.1. Any other question, guys, altogether? Any questions at all? It's been running for about 54 minutes. I'll try to upload all of these streams online. It's going right now on Instagram Live as well. You can watch it on our YouTube channel. I urge everybody to subscribe to our like YouTube station, Instagram, TikTok, because as I post these and then you're able to kind of get latest information, because there's sometimes you need high speed PC. No, 16 gigs of RAM is required. So whether iCore 5 or iCore 7, 16 GB is required, guys. So whichever walk of life you come from, you can do this. Just need to spare a little bit of time to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. Of course, you're not going to make that on the day one, but we're going to put you on a program. But you're going to be able to do that very soon. Within a few months, you're going to be doing this. High speed piece, just yeah, that's fine. This is fine. This is perfect. So iCore 7, you got everything like you need. You don't need anything. As long as you do, it is only monthly. Yeah, that's only. You can buy 1 month, 3 months, 12 months, 6 months, no problem. But okay, so why do we do what we do? I make money selling the software, selling the course. So I make money from that. I do use my own software and I trade, I win. So with this subscription software, now we have a residual income month to month coming from all over the world, which we can license our software, everybody wins. So I win from that side too. What we are after is 1 million users subscribed. Okay, make some revenue, it's fine. Numbers are later. But if 1 million, you guys follow GameStop? What happened to GameStop? Mm-hmm. GameStop was one stock that got traded online against the banks, against the institution, where 1 million people said price should go up, and it went up. So when I have a group of 1 million people, and we're all trading same instrument with the same direction, you see the power? You see the power? Right. If we all buy the same thing, price is gonna go up, right? If 5 people are buying versus 50 versus 5,000, 50,000, 5 million. You see, we just say, okay, this is our area of resistance or support. Let's all pick it up here, S&P 500. So if 1 million triggers are happening at the same time on a global scale, you see what can happen to the price? So we're after that. So we're not here for short-term vision. We're after 1 million users worldwide. And this is not a big problem. People have more followers on TikTok than users. Like, so what I'm saying is there's a billion, lots of people are trading. And if we just get if we have 1 million subscriber, even 100,000 put in a trade at the same time, we can somehow benefit all of it, right? So that's the ultimate goal. And of course, we wanted to make something which is affordable for everybody. So a lot of guys who want to get into trading, but don't have the means to get into trading, right? Because they're struggling in different sense. Both of you have your own business, but there's a lot of guys who are struggling, and they want to make $100 a day, $200 a day. And how do you make that with that much investment, right? Where you don't sacrifice a lot of your commodity, which is your time. So time versus, so this is the fastest way to get into a business. Show me one business that you can start with $250, pay $500 a month, and make $1,000 So what is the red and green boxes? So those boxes are the most traded volumes. Kind of, it's like a magnet pulling you in. That's where they could trade, right? So the idea is that we want you to, you know, come on board with the pool, help the community, help everybody. So that's why we brought in a price of this, that it's very affordable for everybody. And then, hey, if you don't like it after 14 days, no big deal. Not everybody likes a meant for it. So there's nothing. I'm not gonna, force you to get into it if you can't. In your case, you don't like it, you can even return the laptop. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah,
So
You just picked it up?
yeah, he
Oh.
just so.
Amen.
Mhm. So after so video 4 will explain those boxes. So basically, all right, guys. It's been an hour. It's been a long, nice chatting with you. Any questions? You can send me a message, and we'll go from there. So hopefully it was a good day for everybody who made money. You were close. So that's good. You can't leave the trade unattended. I mean, I'm a position trader, meaning that I go from value to value. I'm not a day trader in that sense that after a year, you'll be able to do something called no, we don't do trade copy because that's a legal issue for me. When you fill out that application, it says, "Are you going to trade yourself?" You wrote yes. So I'm not a broker. We don't provide any financial advice. We don't trade for you. I'm not a financial advisor or an accountant. I am just a software programmer who wrote some of this, right? So for me to trade it for you, you have the tools necessary means to be able to trade yourself. So I don't want to put myself any situation where SEC is looking for me, right? I already have enough trouble with some other piece of software. So I don't want to be in financial industry, and I can never win a small guy against SEC or Ontario Securities. So I cannot tell anybody to trade from whatever point. If my software is predicting, it's soft, and if you like it, you take a trade from there. If you don't, nobody's forcing you. So I do not get into providing you any. I've had people say, "Hey, take up to 20%, trade it for me." That, number one, puts pressure on me. Number two, I cannot legally do it for anybody. So it's a very thin line, and it's a very controlled market in terms of you need a broker's license or a lot of other things come in. So I rather stick to this side and just do the software, my own trading, my own individual account. So yeah, I wish I could do it, but that's why I don't even have a signal in. And if you look at my Telegram, I just tell everybody, guys, keep an eye. RSI is at 99%, and those who understand it, they quickly will open it up and see it, right? So I'm not allowed to do any. Yeah, you're watching my live. Sorry, I've just been between 2, 4, 5 things. And okay, so if any questions you have, you can ask me. I'm just gonna log into your computer to set it up. 1960-559. I've posted a few videos. I'm continuously posting on TikTok, on YouTube. You can subscribe, like how to set up stop loss, what is a beginner's entry, how to do this, how to do that. Because it's like learning to use a new car, or like how to do it, right? So it is easy, man. And we are, I think, the only people in the world, like, you can come here, you can sit with people, other students. It's a live trading floor. They're all trading on their own, right. But from a student to student, they may give you advice. If you put a wrong trade, I have sometimes it's so amazing. One table, one guy's praying to price to go up. The same trade, next guy is saying pray to price. Because then I say, it's so pathetic, because what happens is you should pray after a good trade, right? You can't do a bad trade and pray the price should, because first of all, nobody should be in a situation where you're more than $150 down, because the life insurance is going to take you out, right? So right. I've had one student come in to me, he's like, "Oh man, I lost $187. And I got angry, because I say, it can't go more than 150. Why? He's like, "Why didn't put a stop loss?" Right? So if you're not following, I have no sympathy for you. I want your account to go empty, because what I'm telling you, I'm screaming at you, hey,
You're not
trend
following.
changes. So if you are not following, you don't deserve to be in this business, honestly. If you lose money, hey, it's okay. No, it's not meant for you, right? So if you're entering a trade, day trade, a trade without a stop loss, you're asking for trouble, man. Like unless you are a position trader. What a position trader does, within day trading, you go position to position. Sometimes it's up 50 bucks, sometimes minus 300 bucks. But what that means is you're holding your trades overnight. These trades, if you don't have the capital, it gets very costly to hold it overnight. So 4 o'clock on a micro, you must have $1,400 in your account. If you don't have that, they're going to close the trade, and two things will happen. They'll charge you $50 to close that trade, which you could have closed yourself, or they're going to raise your margin the next time, right? So if you're doing micro mini, you have to have $14,000 in your account. So unless you're a position trader, which means you have an account with $14,000 or more, don't hold the trade. Especially Nasdaq. Nasdaq will rip you apart like there's no tomorrow. I'd say S&P makes you money faster. Nasdaq will go from zero to plus $300 in blink of an eye, and from plus 300 to negative 900 blink of an eye, right? That's how Nasdaq moves, right? And we just say in this industry, if you can trade futures and you can do Nasdaq, there's nothing in the world you cannot do. That's how, even myself, I do position trading on Nasdaq, meaning I don't get in when it's too hot, when it's either extreme low or extreme high. That's where I would do a short or long. So in between, I don't touch Nasdaq myself, because that's how fast it is, right? It's like a bullet train, you know. So Nasdaq is for those people who have big pockets, and because that's the fastest way to lose money and make money, right? If you have $100,000 in your account, you can double it every month with Nasdaq. That's how powerful it is. But otherwise, stick with S&P 500 or gold or forex, or end of the day, we care about making money, right? So I don't want to lead you in that direction where, like, hey man, you introduced me to something, now I can't control myself. I've had a guy who lost everything, because again, there are good stories and there's horror stories. Horror stories are, you don't listen to what I'm saying. You didn't put a stop loss. You didn't follow the day limit. You didn't discipline yourself. You didn't, like, there is an article, there's a chapter that talks about there's 4 periods you never trade. When your president, like his representative, is speaking on the floor and is talking about interest rate, there's a date for it. Every time the interest rate announcement comes, there's a date for it. They tell you we're going to speak. Just don't trade, man. Like, you don't have to trade at exactly 2 p.m. on every third Wednesday. There's a date for it. Whenever they're going to introduce an employment data, don't trade. There's an inflation data, because these are called scheduled news. There's 2 types of news in the world: scheduled and, like, natural. Ukraine attacks Russia versus Ukraine. You cannot control that. But employment news, you can control it. 2 o'clock it's gonna come. Don't put a trade in at 1:59, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Because what will happen is, you didn't look at the time and you didn't see what time the trade was. And 8:30 a.m. you put in a trade. It could too happens. Plus $1,000 or minus $1,000, right? And you're like, oh my God, I lost it, right? So I just tell everybody, please do not trade during high impact news. And you can, today I'm telling you this, a year from today, you're going to say, I only love to trade in high impact days. You know why? Because there's an indicator called strength. It gets overbought and oversold quickly. And high impact days. And those are my favorite, because quickly it changes direction so fast that I'm able to short and long. So I like high impact days. But as a beginner, as a newborn, there's certain things. I heard a beautiful quotations today, and Urdu में कहते हैं कि शरीयत जो है ना 3 बंदों पे अप्लाई नहीं होती. एक न्यू ट्रेडर पे, मैं बता रहा हूँ, न्यू बॉर्न पे, अंडर एज पे, और जो बंदा सो रहा उस पे, और आप पे, मीनिंग कि आपने नहीं ट्रेड करना यार हाई पैक न्यूज पे, right? So just like religiously follow that, man. It's not that important, right? It's very important, right? So अगर 3 बंदों पे नहीं है तो आप पे भी नहीं होती कि यार नहीं ट्रेड पाना यार, like it's okay. जी जी बिल्कुल.
You just said like you need to follow or you need to be disciplined. What do you mean by that discipline?
Number one, you made $100. At 9:30 you put a trade with looking at all the conditions. There's 5 conditions that must match before a trade. You have met the conditions, and you have made your first $100 and your target was 100, shut it down. Come back tomorrow or switch to simulation. You can instantly go from one click simulation to live, right? Just go to simulation and you've done your $100 a day target. That's called discipline.
Okay.
Right? Discipline to read the news. Discipline to understand. So this is discipline, right? So when you open your shop, right, you have a set of things you do every day.
Right.
You go, you turn on like discipline is to open the shop at 8:30, right? Every day for your life, that's called discipline, right? So you don't open 8:30, next day you open 9:30, next day you open 7:30. 8:30 is discipline, right? That is called discipline. Discipline is doing the same thing whether you like it or you don't like it, but you get whether it's minus 15 or plus 30, you open it at 30, right?
Right.
Same thing. You read the news. That's discipline. Every single morning you get up, read the news. Read the news, schedule news. And I'll tell you the website, right? So, and on how to do it all, right? So, it's a beautiful industry if you can master this. And what it is, because discipline to control your emotion. What that emotion is that, hey, I'm done my trading. Let's do another one. I'm done my target. So you gradually improve. So 2 things I cannot do in this industry. I can't teach you how to be less emotional, and I cannot teach you how to have discipline. That is simple. That's all. So like my software is not going to come out and slap you and hey, you're done your target. I don't know, right? If you've left your trade without a stop loss, that's lack of discipline. Simple, right? There's no if or buts anything about it, right? So sorry guys, I'm gonna quickly get to you too. Yeah, daily loss in case you're. No, man, they only let you trade for, if you have $10,000, they let you drain to 10,000. They want your money, man. So there's no daily loss limit on a trading account. Your broker loves you when you lose money, right? Because, and especially if you have the money in your account and you did from day trading to good till close trading. There's a term we use. So we're going to keep it basic. Set your target, listen to the news. For example, we have 5-step rules. Number 1, you get up in the morning before trading, you'll read the news. If there's high impact news, you don't trade. Number 2, you check something called base. But all of this is in the videos. How do you check the base? We'll show you. How do you check the range? We'll show you. How do you enter? We'll show you. How do you exit? We'll show you. Your job is waiting. Your job is not trading. If you have $1,000, just sit on it like a snake. Somebody comes to you, you just attack them. So your job is to protect that $1,000 more than anything, and add. So today's 1,000, and one thing people get wrong, and I'll explain you what that is. Everybody says, "Hey, I started with $1,000. I went up to $5,000. I lost $3,000. I have $2,000." What they say, oh, I only started with $1,000. That's the wrong way. Your principles every day starts with your profit. Meaning, if you have $1,000, tomorrow you have 1,050. You're gonna protect 1,050. You're not gonna protect the $1,000. What's the point then? You're working for nothing. If you have made it to 5,000, your job now starts to protect that 5,000. Your job is not gonna be, hey, I started with 1,000. What that means, a year you wasted all of it, and you wasted. So your principle is not 1,000. Your principle is every day the profit plus your everything. You're gonna protect that. So if that becomes 1,050, tomorrow you're gonna start with 1,050. The day after that is 2,000. Then is 4,000. So you're not gonna, that's number one. और भाई कोई question हो anything? 1 hour 14 minutes, kind of same story over and over. आपके हो गए अभी सारे done? Okay, आप जाएं super area, पहले जाएं ninjatrader.com पे. अच्छा भाई तुसी दसो कोई question, कोई सर any question, छोटे तो छोटा बड़े तो बड़ा, doesn't matter.
ओके इसको आपके पर्सनल पे ही होना चाहिए या अगर जैसे
कॉर्पोरेट नहीं, क्योंकि उसमें ना उसकी लीगैलिटीज बहुत ज़्यादा हैं कि वो मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की वजह से वो पूछते हैं ये पानी का वो फॉर्म बहुत लंबे चौड़े हैं. यार देखें बात यह है कि एंड में अगर आपने प्रॉफिट कमा लिया है राइट, सो व्हाट यू शुड डू इज़ एंड में एक ट्रस्ट अकाउंट खोल लें. जब इंशाल्लाह आप $1 million $2 million सालाल का कमाए ना, अच्छा हंसिएगा नहीं कि ये इतना मैं बिलीव करता हूँ आप कमा लोगे रियली एज लॉन्ग एज हमारा सिस्टम फॉलो करो. यार 1000 a day इज़ अ जोक, मैं ऑनेस्टली बताऊँ इट्स अ जोक. हमारे पास वहाँ स्टूडेंट बैठते हैं कहते हैं यार आज बुरा दिन था. मैंने कहा क्या हुआ? कहते यार 1400 का दिन लगा. नहीं सीरियसली, वो कहते हैं यार कल 2500 2700 का था, मेरा आज दिन बुरा है. पता क्यों? मैंने सिर्फ 1350 कमाए. मैं आज ये कहता हूँ क्योंकि यार मैंने 2 ट्रेड तो फजूल में मिस किए राइट. सो देयर विल बी टाइम यूर लाइक यार मज़ा नहीं आया.
आपका दिन भी बुरा है.
मेरा नहीं, मेरा
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह गुड.
नहीं ट्रेड की लैंग्वेज में
ट्रेड की लैंग्वेज में मेरा
आपको आया
नहीं, देखें जब से मैंने शुरू किया
No, you can come
मैंने
like
rules आज तक कुछ
20
नहीं
30
किया.
people
ये
can
तो है.
sit here like
मैंने
if you're
रूल्स कुछ नहीं किया.
yeah exactly.
मेरे
So
बने ही
it-
बने हैं.
yes.
अगर जैसे राहुल में बता रहे हैं, अगर मैं और थोड़ा सा क्योंकि मेरा अपना भी काम साथ चल रहा
Yes.
होता है, मैं
वो थोड़े distracted हो गए थे आप.
ठीक है ना. तो मेरा जो है जितना भी मैंने आज तक ट्रेड किया है, मैंने 700 भी निकाला है मैक्सिमम उसके ऊपर एक दिन में, और मैंने ट्रेड बंद.
But he trades maybe once a month, right? He's busy with other days, right? So like
मुझे उसके लिए जो है ना वो
थोड़ा बैठना
थोड़ा
जाता.
मैं बैठना मुझे पड़ा, लेकिन मैं भी बैठता हूँ, मैं साथ करता हूँ उसको ट्रेड. जब माइनस में जाता है मैं उसको होल्ड कर लेता हूँ. मेरे पास
Holding power है.
होल्डिंग पावर है.
हाँ जी. अच्छा ninjatrader.com उत्थे लेफ्ट ते लिखिया लॉगिन, उत्थे टॉप लेफ्ट ते
लॉगिन करें ओपन करें?
नहीं लॉगिन करो ते उत्थे लिखिया लेफ्ट ते साइन अप.
अपना अकाउंट
नहीं ना ओपन अकाउंट साइन अप लिखिया.
नहीं लिखा हुआ, वो ओपन अकाउंट लिखा हुआ है.
अच्छा ये दिखाइएगा इधर ऐसे लिखो गेट स्टार्टेड राइट हियर. आपने भी यही स्टेप फॉलो करना है. निंजा ट्रेडर ओके एक ईमेल डालिएगा. just where the account says put it into sim wherever hands down. Yes, there you go, thank you very much.
साइन अप कर दो. थोड़ा सा क्लिक करो ना.
now go in ਤੁਸੀਂ ਈਮੇਲ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਈਮੇਲ ਆਈ ਹੋਏਗੀ. So first step guys is send me a WhatsApp. My team is going to reply back. I apologize in advance if you get late reply. We're kind of still in the process of teaching my team on how to get things going, right? Eventually it'll be much faster. So just don't panic please. So
एक तो करे मेरा कुछ किया नहीं है, दूसरी तरफ नींद चैन मांग रहे हैं वापस. कहते हैं सारे पीछे इधर से पड़े इधर से पड़े.
any questions guys? Investments, live, spots, like I'm here. That's what I do these presentations, right? So and we're gonna do these Saturday and Sundays in person, same thing. You can come ask me. Like I can't show you a live software because the idea is that nothing is working on Saturday, Sunday. Market will open Sunday again at night. So
I need it and I'm logging in, nothing is happening.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੋਂ
ਉਹਨੂੰ confirm ਕੀਤਾ email ਨੂੰ?
ਵੈਰੀਫਾਈ ਕਰਤਾ.
Saturday we are doing this 5 p.m. and Sundays 4 p.m. in office in right here. So in person we do these presentations. So you can go to our Dixie Matheson office, but that's only for license, one-time license fee of $25,000. Here is you are doing it for month-to-month subscription, $10 a day.
Do you also charge anything for the training?
No, it's all included. It's all included.
In person? Or
In person is over there, right? So they teach you the same material in person. So there's no difference. Like I said, textbooks is the same. Your like course is the same. Your software is the same. It's just whether you see me on person or on a video. Like it's the same person, whether teaching. So
I was asking this question because you got like
all of these are training stations. So I have guys who pay me $500 a month. They come here. They don't even have a laptop. They said, "Paji, car computer bhi nahi hai." So they come here. They trade on my computer with their own account. They can't even afford it. They're like, okay, we just come here. They drive Uber or truck or taxi or part time. Come trade, go home. So they don't even want to have a headache of, because some of these guys are scared they will get into habit of gambling. So then they say, hey, can you keep this laptop here? So I just come, I trade. So they were very undisciplined. So here it's like, therapy.
Okay.
So we're kind of giving them the ideas.
What's the name of the guy who's working here?
Yeah, Mr.
He
Vicky.
bought a laptop from the money.
Yeah, exactly. So
So he made the money and then he bought a laptop.
Yeah, he bought a laptop, and it's a very inspiring story, right? At the beginning, he came, he wasn't sure if he can do it, right? And then slowly, like so, to be able, then he spent $900 one day, and then he spent, and he made $2,700, right? But one thing I have to give it to the guy, he followed. And if you don't follow, you don't deserve to be in this business. Just follow what my soft is doing. If you're not sure, you don't have to put a trade in. You can just
What good question?
it's $200 extra. So if you were doing from home, it's $300 a month. If you come here to sit our station, it's $500. So it's just we charge you $200 extra to sit here and occupy, and that will give you a seat Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So as long as there's a trading day, right? So only thing we charge you is a little bit. We don't tell you still like you're gonna trade yourself. We're not trading on your behalf. But if you're
After 14 days, लगा के देखो.
Okay, definitely.
लगा के देखो.
I'll do that. लेकिन अब थोड़ा मेरे ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, मैं मैक का बताऊँ.
यार मैक का कोई मसला नहीं. मैक का ये मसला है कि सिर्फ आपने यूज करना है और बंद कर देना है. आपने सीखना कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ एक माउस से.
हाँ, वो एक्चुअली मेरी जॉब ऐसी कि मुझे थोड़ा सा जो है ना, मुझे देखना पड़ेगा कि क्या करना है.
No problem.
Okay, and what about the training materials? Like,
It's all
does it
online.
have to be like after I pay the fees?
No,
or
no,
like
14 days includes everything. I want you to test even, because if you're not good, like the guy who says, I don't know English, right? If you cannot study my videos, this is not for you. Then you don't lose any money. If I ask you some money today, I enroll you, you're like, this is not for me, it creates that refund issue.
Okay.
So if after 14 days you have two choices, hey, I liked your software and training, or I didn't, right? If you didn't, you don't pay me, I just disable your software. Right? Simple. If you like what we gotta give you, you subscribe, right? So we're keeping it very
So
simple.
if somebody needs anything like a little more time after 14 days,
See, the thing is, then you subscribe and still do demo, right? You can subscribe to our software, but still you can do demo, right? So we recommend, that's what we recommend. 14 days, you like it, but you're not there yet. So you still do demo trading on paper, but with the live software, right? And then you connect live software to live account. So that's what we expect you to do. 14 days, if you're not ready, spend 1 month, so your cost is $339. Month 2, your cost is $339 plus $150. And then you start trading live, right? And I want you to trade and win from like market, not from your other jobs, guys. So
Day by day training.
day by day.
Focus. Find out your way, and one day definitely you can get it.
Okay, my lectures, here's the problem. The fundamentals of these is English, right? So I cannot, how can I translate support and resistance, pivot points, right? The problem is the software is not written in Urdu or Punjabi, right? Like I talk to you in Urdu and Punjabi, but how should I translate? Hun support nu ki कहता जी? Support ਦੀ ਕੀ English?
ਮਦਦ
हैं?
ਮਦਦ
नहीं लेकिन ਉਹ support ਮਦਦ ਵਾਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ resistance ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ?
ਮੁਜ਼ਾਹਮਤ
ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਮਜ਼ਾਹਮਤ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਉਰਦੂ ਚ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਖ
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ
ਸਕਦਾ।
ਮਜ਼ਾਮਤ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹੀ ਜਾਏ?
ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਦੇਖੋ ਉਰਦੂ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਹੈ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਹੈ, ਹਿੰਦੀ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਹੈ, ਸੋ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਲ ਹੈ, ਸੋ that's the problem. How long? 1 month you should do paper trading. After 14 days, and I'm not, again, sorry if I came as a condescending way to make fun of you in terms of language, but it's like my favorite is Urdu. I speak Urdu, Punjabi, Hindi, but I still gotta do the trading in English, right? So again, I apologize if you got offended, but I didn't want to sound like condescending saying that. It's just, it is unfortunate that I cannot do this in Urdu, but I would love to.
Something here.
ये मेरी पड़ी किसी पड़ी है?
तो अक्सर से थोड़ी है।
एक्सेल है ना आपकी, इनकी एक एक्सेल खुली भी पड़ी है।
एक्सेल
तो जा रहे हो?
हाँ जाऊँ।
खाना नहीं खाना?
वापस आ जाना।
नहीं यार।
खाने की वापस नहीं है।
हाँ जी खाना
खाना
खिलाते
खा लेते
हैं।
हैं।
हाँ अभी चलते हैं ना, I'm done. 4 minutes I'll shut it off.
मैं घर जा रहा हूँ।
घर
क्या करना
खाने
है?
के बाद
तो हम भी बीमार हैं आपको।
नहीं इतना
आगे रहना ना।
अच्छा मैं आप भाई को तो छोड़ रहा हूँ।
चलो ऐ रुक जाओ ना।
नहीं मैं तो मिला
उन जाओ तुझी मैं भी जाऊँगा।
खाना तो पाँच दिल में खाना खाता
नहीं ये खाने वाला चक्कर नहीं, कोई और क्वेश्चन मैं चाह रहा हूँ डन होता है तो जरा
पूछना भी ना।
बस 4 minutes में
इनका
done.
फोन आया करे खाना खाने जा रहे हो जी। जी जा रहे
हाँ
हैं।
जा रहे हैं जी।
लाइव तो खाना नहीं करने करेंगे, जरा पैसे बढ़ावांगे तो खाना ना कर जी करे।
Temptation. Oh, how do you avoid trading? You know what?
दाता जगह।
Sir, just we're gonna shut it down and see. Over trading is you start losing and then you'll figure out your account goes to negative and you can probably not trade. You can't. It's discipline, right? Discipline. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you. I'll connect to you guys tomorrow. I gotta say. So take care.
की खाना है? की खाना है? स्पेनिश खाना है, मैक्सिकन खाना है, इंग्लिश खाना है। आहो ਅਸੀਂ ਯਾਰ ਆਬਵੀਅਸਲੀ ਘਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਵੇਰ 4 ਵਜੇ ਜਾਗਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ।